Hello again, everybody. This is Derek, aka Mr. Everything, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming and miniature video. Today's video, we're going to continue on with our store update, our news for the store, and we're going to do it a little bit backwards this time. Normally what we do is we talk about what I'm working on, what I've completed, and a new product that I might have gotten in, and new supplies for the hobby. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to kind of do it a little bit reverse. The first thing we're going to talk about is what I've completed for the week. I started the week off doing these German vehicles, finishing off these German transports and whatnot. I'd actually started I thought I was going to do the 250s at the same time, and I decided to go ahead and pull the 250s off and not work on them, and it allowed me to work on these models a lot and get them completed a lot faster. And then instead of starting my second batch of miniatures, taking those 250s, I decided to take some British vehicles and work on those and knock them out. And you can see all these vehicles that I was able to finish right here. I'm pretty happy with this. This is a 1 week. This all happened in 1 week. Decals, everything. Okay, so just so you can see, I've got these Dorchester radio cars from Old Glory. One of them I decided to attach some antennas to. You might or might not be able to see the antennas and stuff. Okay. So those are the Dorchesters. Working our way down this way, I've got a Maltier. That's basically a Opel Blitz truck with the tracks instead of the wheels. And then there are 5 Opel Blitz trucks, some with canvas, some without. And you'll notice that I put quite a bit of dust work on almost all of these models. Almost every model out here, you can kind of visualize and see that I've got a lot of dust work on them. There's 3 tan and 2 gray. Plastic Soldier Company, and that included this Maltier. It comes with 5 kits. Well, the 6th kit was this guy here, which was actually a Zvezda Opel Blitz truck. So he got tossed in. And then in addition to that, I've got these, I think these are -7s. The 7 is the big one, right? It basically goes 7, 10. I even think there's an 11. But the 7, I think, is the giant one, the heavy tractor. I've got a gray and a tan or desert, Dunkelgelb, whatever you want to call it. I got one of each. Those were from Forged in Battle. Working our way over here now. Okay, let's put this Dorchester back. I've got 250s. I'm sorry, 251s galore. I've got the Flak 251, which I think is a -21. And then I've got a -7 right here, which is the engineering -1. I should have 2 -9s. I should have a gray and a desert. There it is. -9. All the crew members are in P-Dot. So that took quite a bit of time to get them in the P-Dot camouflage. But yeah, I've got these 2 -9s. Now this little platoon worth of half tracks are all the C models, so you can see the back of the half track, how it's got the shape of the back. That's the dash C, and one of these is a dash 10, the other three are dash 1s, right? And then same thing with these guys. These four are delta models, and you can see the back, how it just goes straight up in the back. And then also 1-10 and 3-1s. So there's 2 platoons worth of 251s. And then this 251 is a dash 2, which is the mortar dash 1, or the mortar 251 dash 2, which is a mortar also. That's what I meant to say. Now, I need the dash 3s and the dash 8s, right? But we're going to talk about that here in just a minute. Those are not complete yet. And also all my 250s are not been worked on yet. I did get a pack of Old Glory armor recovery vehicles. This is the M32 armor recovery vehicle from Old Glory, which you can actually see. I did a assembly guide on YouTube. You should check that out, but not a full painting guide. On the British vehicles, not only did I dust them, but I also put some mud on the lower parts. And these are all painted as British. And I've pretty much discovered that bronze green is just a little too dark. And then this number 15 olive drab is also just, it's a little bit lighter than the bronze green, but it's still also too dark for a 15 millimeter model. So what I did was I mixed my own paint. I took this number 15 olive drab, 3 drops, and then 1 drop of Russian uniform, and mixed it up, and then added quite a bit of water. So I made kind of like a wash, which lightened up the overall color. And then I went a 50-50 that with Russian uniform and did a dry brush. So it even brought it down even more. And then with the dusting, it really brought it down, brought it up actually. Okay, so I did five fireflies, and these are all magnetized, right? So, I got the magnet on there, and I also put the 51, which is the senior battalion number, for the armored brigades, and got one in the front and one in the back. I got the 51s. They don't have the 3rd Infantry Division divisional markings, so I left the divisional markings off. So there's 5 of those, and you can kind of see that there's a little mud in addition to dust around the bottom. I'm very happy with these guys. And one of the fireflies, I added an antenna. The Firefly is never really the command vehicle. The regular Shermans are command vehicles, and the Firefly is just in the platoon. Okay, and in addition to that, I got 4 of the M10s also magnetized, right? So the M10s have the 17 pounder. Now you can make it so it's got the 76 or the 3-inch or the 17 pounder. Well, I did the 17 pounder because these are British, right? Okay. And I've got the two-tone 77 on the front representing the anti-tank battalion of a division. Okay. And I got 4 of those with 3 crew members poking their heads out of each one of those. And then the last 4 vehicles here are 2 Daimler armored cars, also magnetized, right? And one is open topped, one is closed, just for variety. And then I've got a couple of dingoes. This is so small. Look, this is my thumb. It's like a tiny. It's like the size of a Jeep. Actually, it's probably just a little bit bigger than a Jeep. Yeah, so this week I've been pretty busy on my vehicles. So we got these guys finished. Now, I didn't work on the other 2 armor recovery vehicles because one's going to be American and then one's probably going to go up for sale, so I don't know. Now, in an emergency, I can always pull one of these Firefly turrets off and just put a normal Sherman turret on there. Because all my Shermans that are on the shelf over there have 2 turrets. They got the the 76 and the 75. So if I ever needed to swap out turrets, I could do that. I was planning on using my 76s up there and just calling them Fireflies, but because I actually had the Firefly models, I decided to go ahead and put them together and decal them properly and everything. Okay, so these are the models that I'd finished. So now we're going to go a little bit out of direction here. Oh, also finished. I got these 3 Australian jungle scouts. This was part of a commission. These are finished. I just need to do the bases. I need to texture the base, put some foliage on the base, and then paint the outer edge of the base. And those guys will be, they're already washed. They're ready to go. They just need their bases finished. Okay, so some models that I got in. Well, one of the models was this armor recovery vehicle. Got that in, started working on that right away. But I also got in, and I might have mentioned this the last time. These are the 231s, which I thought they looked like 234s. Well, it's good because they should look like 234s, except the 231 is more of a command vehicle, so it's going to have like a command radial antennas sticking out of the top of the thing. I haven't really opened this up and looked at it yet, but that's some news that I got out of that. Now, other Forged in Battle models that I got in an American infantry platoon. This is a bag of American infantry. There's probably 30 plus models in there, maybe 40 plus. I don't know. We'll have to do a what's in the box on that. In addition to that, I got a couple of 37 flaks because I currently have a bunch of single 20s. I don't know about the quad 20s, like the flak Verlings. I don't think I have any of those. Okay, great. Now, in here there's 3 rows. One of them is looks like a Steyr heavy car, and then it comes with, each car comes with 4 crew members, so 2 in the front and 2 in the back somewhere. And I got 4 of those. I love the Forged in Battle make the best vehicles. Out of all the vehicles I've looked at, they make the best ones. Okay, now I got 3 more 251s that I didn't have in while I was working on these guys. So I'll just work on these at the same time I do the 250s. But there's a couple of command vehicles with radios inside. There's 2 of those. And then there's another command vehicle. It looks like it's got quite a bit of wire. Like this would be a radio, and it's got a wire spool on the front and a couple of wire spools right there. This would be great for my battle group wire teams, because they actually have wire teams, which gives you a modifier when you're communicating with artillery, and when your FOs are calling in. If you've got a wire team on the table, it either modifies the number. I think it does. I think it gives you a +1, or it might actually give you a reroll. I don't remember, but there is a rule about having a wire team on the table. I'll have to look at that. And then there's finally -8. So this is just a 251 with a canvas cover over the back, and so this one's going to be my hospital medical 251. Okay, so I'm glad I got those in, plus a bunch of crew members, antennas, machine guns, things like that would normally go on these vehicles. And then finally, P83 is the number. But basically it's the same pack as the 251s, but it's for the 250s. And it looks like we got a couple of communications half tracks. And then I'm not sure, this kind of just, these 2 here, well, maybe not that one. That one looks like a communications half track as well. But this one just kind of looks like a -1. I mean, it's very bland on the inside. So I don't know. I'll have to take a look and see exactly what elements go on that. But I know I've got a couple of radial antennas on here, which are going to go on those guys. I'm looking forward to putting all those together. So those are all Forged in Battle. Plus the final bag that I got was a British Forged in Battle bag, British Infantry, which I've already opened and attached to bases. And I'm very ready to show you. So this is what I'm currently working on, just because of table space. What I'm currently working on is, these are 6 British 3-inch mortars. I know for a fact I don't need that many, so I'll probably be putting some of those on the store. And then all of this right here is a British infantry platoon. We got 3 10-man squads, a Bren team, and then 7 other Joes. And then the headquarters element right there, which may or may not have a Piat. I went ahead and added a Piat figure to that. And then a 2-inch mortar. So all the metal figures here are all Forged in Battle. They provide me with enough metal to do all of it, except there were some Flames of War models that I just wanted to use to swap and to alternate. So this is Flames of War. This is all forged in battle except for a few models, like 5. Um, but I still have a whole bag of models. I could probably do a whole nother squad, but I just don't have any more Bren guns. So it would have to be just, I'm saving them. And then these 6 bases here are all loader teams. So these are add-ons to support weapons like mortars or machine guns or anti-tank guns, stuff like that. You can get a loader team, which gives you a chance to have a higher rate of fire. And it gives you additional crew members for whatever that crew is, so for casualties. All right, so that's currently what I'm working on. Okay, so let's see. What did we talk about? We talked about what I just recently got in. And supply-wise, paints, stuff like that. I really didn't get any paints in at all. But I do want to point out that I did test this refractive green, and it looks very much like it looks very much like an olive drab almost. Yeah, it's very reminiscent of olive. I kind of like it. All right, so I didn't get any supplies in, no paintbrushes, no glue, no boxes, nothing like that. I did get in some field forged in battle, but I was anticipating getting in a big order of Plastic Soldier Company, which there's some kind of delays. I don't know if I mentioned this to you last week. I don't think I did. I think I told my wife this. But a month ago, I ordered Plastic Soldier Company, got a big order in. There was a problem with my invoice, but we finally, mainly because some items were missing, it was an honest mistake. They corrected the invoice. And then because it was a corrected invoice, I had to pay it in an alternative way, which that's fine. I got it paid off. And then this month, I decided to put another order in because Plastic Soldier Company sells very well. So I went ahead and ordered another set of Plastic Soldier Company, well, more stuff from Plastic Soldier Company. And this time, they sent me an email back saying, we can't send you the order until you pay for the previous invoice. And I was like, hold on now. I had already paid for that previous invoice, and this is my bank statement. And they were like, well, that doesn't show anything. That's not us. That's a different address. And I was like, yeah, because we had an issue with the invoice. I had to pay it an alternative way. And then I was thinking, oh my gosh, I was thinking all kinds of bad thoughts. And so I went to the actual payment system, and then I found that there was a saved receipt. So I also had a saved receipt on my hard drive. So I emailed them the receipt, and they said, oh yeah, thank you for the receipt. We found your payment. Everything's good. We'll ship it out to you. So I had a little bit of a worry there. And then they shipped it, and it was supposed to arrive on Tuesday last week. And it didn't arrive Tuesday, but I have the tracking number, so I'm watching it on the UPS. And now, after Tuesday, it changed from being on time, on the way, that kind of stuff. It now says when there's an update, we'll notify you. So what does that mean? It says it cleared customs because Plastic Soldier's coming from the UK. So I don't know what that means. All right, guys. Well, I should be getting it. I should be getting some other things in tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll also get that in. I have a Flames of War British company coming in. Um, I I don't think I'm going to touch it. I don't know. I like painting a lot of figures at the same time because I I can just knock them out. You know, like flesh, 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 boots, 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 helmets, 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 that kind of stuff. And uh, but I also notice it takes way more time to do that. But when I finish in large clumps. Boom. So, but I need to get some figures painted for the store, so I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably just going to paint these guys and then put together some Perry 28 millimeter tanks and get them painted before I start on any more on my project. I was hoping to get enough finished so that we could start the Canada's Crucible this month, you know, being D-Day month and all that. But I might not be able to. It might be looking like a July start. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming out and checking out this video. Keep you updated of what's going on in the store, and I'll see you in the next one.